I'm live. Can you hear me? What's good? Hello, hello. Angelo, what's up, brother? What's going on? I went live early because I wasn't sure. It's way more complicated on desktop. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was on my phone last time. What's good, Casey? What's going on, brother? What's going on? Sorry, I'm still figuring this out. What's new? How are we doing? There we go. There we go. Packing orders. Moving off a good amount of Pally Evolved booster boxes. People love them. Dude. Or what do you mean? Hang on, let me I want to have my chat on my main screen. Uh, how's this? Oh wait, now my chat's blocking that. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Wait. There we go. All right. I think we're set up. Oh God. What did I do? 50 boxes. Damn. How does this look? That's pretty solid. Okay. All right, I'm ready. And it's 8:28. It's not 8:30. We're good. Ah. Ah. All right. Just packing orders, moving off a good amount of Pally Evolved booster boxes. People love them. I mean, they love them or they hate them, don't they, Casey? Love them or they hate them. That's what it is these days. Most people love them. I mean, there are three. How much are they now? Pally Evolved booster box. TCG. No. They're not 350. They're not 350. No way. Are you kidding me? That's insane. They were just 300. How many boxes do you have? Oh, you had about 50 and moved about 20 of them to make room for Evo. Are you buying booster boxes? Evo Skies? Where are you going to source that many boxes? I'm curious. For Evo Skies. That seems crazy. That seems crazy to me. Dude, I can't believe this box is $350. Eight of them sold. I mean, I went out of town for a weekend. I come back. Twilight Masquerade, Pally Evolved. Right? Let's look at all the boxes. I'm curious. I think Twilight, it's like... How crazy? Is it pushing like 280 or something? $151 bundles? Dude. 262. 262. We gotta talk about Scarlet and Violet tonight, boys. Oh, I'm sorry. 283 plus $10 shipping. This is a $300 box. Are people actually buying it at this price? I don't think they are. 290, 278, 270, 260. 9. What up, bro? How do I even say your name? Slep? Sleeps? What's going on, dog? How are we doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Monday. Hope we've had a good start to our week. Very good start. How was y'all's weekend? What did y'all get up to? I've been growing out my facial hair. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell. It's looking pretty creepy. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, snagging booster boxes. I usually grab them from vendors and people I know. Not all of the funds will go to that. It will be good to have that additional cash for other pickups. Yes, that is the name of the game, my friend. How to combat eBay seller fees? Well, I mean, you can't on eBay, obviously. You only have a couple alternatives. You can sell on TCG Player, but you're probably not a big shop, and there's fees. Really, the only way is Facebook Marketplace, so selling locally, right? Selling locally. But the thing about that is you are probably going to have to list it a little bit lower than market depending on the item. It's going to depend on the item. If it is a 151 booster bundle, you could probably sell it for market. If it's a SV based booster box, it might be harder to sell it for market. You know what I mean? So usually I try to shoot for 90%. 85% is still okay. I mean, I try to shoot for market. Don't get me wrong. You can be patient. 90% is good. It's a good sweet spot for both the seller and the buyer because it's less than the eBay fees for that price point and that product. The buyer gets a little bit of a deal too off of market, and they don't have to deal with, nobody has to deal with shipping. So it's pretty nice. Shiny Treasure EX box price versus Paldean Fates ETBs out of whack. They don't reprint English. Yeah, I mean, English is always more expensive, right? English is always holding a premium for sure. They'll probably, I have to imagine they'll make more. I don't know if they're going to make more ETBs for Paldean Fates. We really don't have a lot of data points for Scarlet and Violet ETBs. We know they made a shit ton of them for Sword and Shield. There were more to go around, though. They weren't getting eaten up as much throughout the years that they were out. So it is interesting to see what they'll do. And I mean, Paldean Fates is like coming up on 2 years at this point. So, you know, it's pretty wild. Where's it at? 1 point. Yeah, it turns 2 in January. Pretty wild. Pretty wild, man. What's up, Armand? Hey, Chuck, loving the content. Dude, thank you. Thank you for being here. I've seen you in the chats quite a bit. Pokemarket Lab, the absolute go. What's up, brother? How's it going? How are you doing, sir? Oh. There we go. Dude, I'm a big fan of your channel. I really like your videos. It's really nice. Really nice content. Big fan. Everybody go subscribe to Pokemarket Lab. He's the GOAT. Really good stuff. Appreciate it, man. Destined Rivals won't be a great investment. I would bet my life that you're wrong. But if you add some parameters to your argument, I'd be curious to see what... Are you saying in the short term? Or are you saying forever, Denver? I'm curious. Sleeps. I'm going to call you Sleeps. Celeps. Spells backwards. Okay. Celep. Any thoughts on the Munch Scream promo cards? Prices have been going up like crazy. Oh, yeah. I mean, they made a lot of them, no? They made a lot of them, the Van Gogh ones as well. But they are pretty unique and they're really cool. I mean, as far as promo cards and cards go, you guys know I'm not investing in the singles or slabs. They're just too volatile and I can't the big mechanic that works in poke investing is supply and demand. And there's only ever going to be more of those cards typically. Now, low pop, I understand for these cards. So it's a little bit more intriguing. But I don't pay much attention to singles like other people might. Love the channel. Let's collab sometime. Podcast, dude. I would love to. That'd be so fun. I would love to, my man. Pop quiz. What's up, Joel? Good to see you again. Which Scarlet and Violet product hits 1K? 1K. The number that we all want to see, right? It has to be an older product, or does it? I mean, you'd probably say a 151 PCTB. It's the closest. They're not making any more of them. It's an amazing set. Has all the makings of a product that will be $1,000. Prismatic PCTB is in the conversation. I think it's too new. I think it's too new. I think that 2-year head start's a big deal. As far as booster boxes go, I mean, it's probably got to be... I am still live. I am still live? I think I am. I think we're good. I'm going to assume we're good. Let me know if we are. Sorry, y'all. This is actually the first time I'm testing this on my desktop. I brought in a TV for a second monitor. You guys should see the setup. Maybe I'll show it to you. It's pretty it's pretty wild. Bro, what? Casey says. Destined Rivals is going to be insane, short, medium, and long. I think I agree. I think I agree. That'd be good to see y'all collab, dude, for sure. I think there's a lot of room for creativity in this space. I think there's a lot of room for, I mean, Pokemarket Lab and I, we kind of do similar things. We talk about the market, but there's a lot of room for a really fun, creative. I mean, there are some podcasts, don't get me wrong, but when I think about the space, I don't see like big shows or, now I understand it's super niche, of course, but there's some good creators, and I think Rob Burns had a really good vision for his content. Hope he's doing okay, but you know, there's a big hole to fill. I think there's a big hole to fill. Not that I'm saying that like we're those guys necessarily, but I think it'd be fun, man. Let's get some stuff going. My email's on my homepage if you want to reach out or something. 1-for-1 PCTB is a good vote for first 1K. Yeah, I don't see what else it would be, quite frankly. It's easily the closest to 1K. Although you guys know, I do question, like, am I the only one a little bit concerned about Pokemon Center liquidity, ETB, like the liquidity of PC ETBs in the future, right? I mean, is the stamp, I understand it's exclusive. Is the stamp that big of a deal? I guess it kind of is. As far as like Pokemon Center exclusive items go, it's pretty like, they're kind of lazy, no? They're kind of lazy. Like they do consoles and they're really cool. I buy PCTBs because of that. I mean, they are the #1 performing product in the last year, but I'm curious to see how they perform over the next 5-10 years. Sword and Shield ones have done well, but like they don't have a promo. I don't know. I think it's interesting to think about what the real value is of those, and if they're worth the premium at a certain point as they age. As they age, that's the question, isn't it? Slight glitch. Okay, cool. Collab video here and there, super fun. I totally agree. I totally agree. Thoughts on Paldea Evolved ETB for 85, one on Facebook Market nearby. Paldea is 2 years old, right? It's a good set. Great set. I think, you know, the months are going by. You know, it's already almost July. It's already almost July. I think by the time, I'm thinking like back in December, we got so many Black Friday Sword and Shield ETBs. To say that it's out of the realm of possibility that there could be another wave of ETBs hitting the market, I mean, I can't say that for sure, but it's less likely than something like Twilight Masquerade. So at $85, it's not that far above MSRP. I don't think it's the worst buy in the world. But personally, even given how well ETBs have performed, and I think that's one of the better ones, I think there are better places to put your money. That's my opinion, though. I don't think it's terrible, but it doesn't excite me. Not only that, they're pretty big, too. Pretty big to store. Big fan, PokeChuck. Appreciate the great level-headed content. Golf ball. I thank you for being here, my friend. I'm a big fan of you. How's it going? Stamped promos, popularity will make or break for sure. It's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, they're not that special. It's a stamp. They're exclusive, but yeah, I mean, they're artificially scarce. Collectors are all OCD in one way or another, and when Pokemon Center drops something exclusive, they all have to have one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Purely speculative hobby. The less you have of something, especially the more desirable it is, the better for the investor, always. They could develop an aura of scarcity on their own, though, particularly sealed cases, because they're likely now a thing in the past. Very true. Very true. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the future in terms of demand. We have to imagine at some point things can't be sustained like this forever. Maybe they'll reintroduce sealed cases in the future, but it's clear that it's a way for them to, by removing them, it's a way for them to get more product in people's hands and protect the image of their brand. No doubt about it. I was just at Pasadena, front row cars show this weekend. And lots of people were buying and trading ETBs sealed. What kind of ETBs? What's up, Andrew? Yeah, ETBs are very popular amongst collectors and investors, for sure. Long haul PC ETBs are just scarce. Yeah, man. Promo helped juice them in the short run. Yep. Sword and Shield PC ETBs pumping pretty good. Bonus points if it's a good set, always. If it's a good set, there's obviously even more of a premium. Yeah, no doubt about it. Sword and Shield ETBs are... let's take a look at some of these, huh? Let's take a look at the best one. The best one. The coolest one. 380? Oh my god. Very interesting. Very interesting. Not many selling. It's pretty expensive, but I mean, actually, I would say that this is a pretty healthy volume for a product like this. No promo. $389.99, $375. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Very nice ETB. I mean, it's one of the best ever created. But, you know, no promo. But then again, like, who cares? It's Fusion Strike. It's old. You know what I mean? PC ETBs with no promo are essentially a glorified storage box plus 1 to 2 packs. I mean, kind of, but they're exclusive. I mean, you know, it's that scarcity. And if it's a good set, like Pokemarket Lab said, bonus points. Doesn't have to necessarily correlate with the promo. That's partially true. But if it has a great promo, it definitely helps. Like prismatic PCTBs offer 75 cash. Yeah, nice. Love all the analysis. Would love some XY Sun and Moon analysis when you get the chance. Yeah, I think I could see that in the future. Admittedly, I know a little bit less about XY Sun and Moon. I came in kind of towards the tail end of Sun and Moon. But yeah, I mean, I guess most of the arguments around XY are that we have mega sets coming out that's really hard to get boxes. So where do we go from here, right? And it's kind of people buying up, big investors buying up those boxes and setting prices. Sun and Moon's probably to follow over the next 5 years. But you can still find them. Pretty expensive, though. Pretty expensive for Sun and Moon boxes. My favorite PC ETBs for long term is Prismatic 151, Fusion, and Evo Skies. Yeah, the 4 best sets, pretty much, right? Personally, I am waiting for Pokemon Center to reveal their first serialized SIRs. Oh my god. Bro, if you think about what could hurt demand, for now, it feels like Pokemon as an IP at least has a few good years ahead of it. I mean, we can't predict the future. We don't know what's going to happen. What if there's another COVID, etc. But it feels like Pokemon's kind of locked in for at least a couple more years. I'm not saying it's going to die after that. I'm just saying it's a safe bet, right? The things that could hurt the hobby are if they start changing up how they're putting out SIRs and stuff. Serialized would be really cool, and people would go absolutely ballistic, kind of like how they do for God packs. But if they start doing like collector boxes and kind of going the way of Magic and weird partnerships, like I think they're very smart with their brand and they have a very good formula now. But at the end of the day, we are beholden to the decisions that the Pokemon company makes. That does make me a little bit nervous. It does make me a little bit nervous. Not actually because like if I lost all my money in Pokemon, I'd be sad, but it wouldn't be devastating or anything. But, you know, it's crazy to think that we are just reacting to whatever the Pokemon company does if you take a step back. You know what I mean? And it's like art. It's literally art. There's a game, but it's art. I did see something interesting. Everyone was pushing Surging Sparks. Ah, interesting, yeah. Hey, first live. Actually, it's my second live Poke Chef. Where were you? What the hell? I'm just kidding. The first one, that's on desktop, that's for sure. The last one was pretty shit. I disconnected like 4 times. Let's see. How are we doing? Is the stream up? Okay, the stream is still up. I always like to make sure. Hell yeah. All right. There were so many people that had cases of surging. Oh, cases of surging. Lowest I saw was 210 and people are not buying. Interesting. 1v1 me in Mario Kart World for 151 ETB. Dude, I would never. Dude, I'm terrible. I only play Knockout. It's so hard, man. It's so hard. Also, why did they remove wheels having an effect on your cart? What's up with that? What's up with that? Best ETB box artwork hands down. Fusion Strike PC. Dude, not even a question. Not even a question. It's incredible. It's so good. I want to look at all the other ones. The Evolving Skies ones are nice. Really wish I picked up more Fusion when they were cheap. Ariman, don't we all? Don't we all? I wish I bought Bitcoin at $1. I wish I chose black when I chose red on roulette and lost. You know what I mean? There's always opportunities to make more money. Hindsight's 2020, my friend. It is what it is. Just be diligent in your plan, and you'll be fine. They overcharge DR, turn people off. The pull rates are horrible. Only a few good cards. Even the chase card is a lumpy composition. Pretty sure something better will come along the way. Bro, what is better than this set in the era that's like a booster box or a mainline set? I don't really see I don't see it. This set's amazing. This set's amazing. Yeah, it's not Evolving Skies, don't get me wrong. They overcharged? I mean, I just think it was unfortunate timing for demand. I mean, this caused demand, for sure. The pull rates are horrible, but they're not that bad. It ain't Sword and Shield. It's like 1 in 900 or something. Compared to like Sword and Shield's 1 in 1 billion. Lumpy composition. I think this card, I think the Mewtwo has really grown on me. It looks a lot better in person, but I understand the criticism for the set. I mean, You know, Ethan's Ho-Oh, Cynthia's Garchomp, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. All these SIRs, like there's things to criticize. To criticize for sure. No doubt. But overall it's really, really strong. And good IRs too. Fusion PC 300. Nice. Yeah, I would buy a Fusion PC ETB for 300 right now if I could. Trades one of my DR PCTBs for my first surging PCTB. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. It's probably a good move. I mean, they're two of the top booster box sets. Both pretty good promos. Surging has the edge. Destined Rivals, better looking box, probably better set. Definitely better set. A bit newer. I can't say I would trade mine for a surging PCTB though. Can't say I would. I'm curious to see how many of those they printed though. For sure. Apparently they are testing some version of a collector box in Japan for black and white. Yeah. We'll see. I am really looking forward to the new Mega Set SIRs. Aren't we all? I'm dying to know what they're going to be. It sounds like they're going to keep the SIR IR trend going into the next era. Hey, Daniel, what do you think will be the best product long-term from Scarlet and Violet Prismatic PCTB? I mean, that's definitely going to be one of them. It could be the best. Yeah, I'd probably say that. Could even be... There's a few other PCTBs that have an argument for sure. And as more time goes on, I wonder if booster boxes will catch up and pass it. Who knows? I think Shrouded looks the best of all the ETBs to color slap so hard. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't care about the Pokemon though. But yeah, I mean, the colors are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. There's definitely worse ones. Where are we at? Ah, yes. iStream and DR is insanely fun to open for people. The cards are fantastic and the value is going to hold extremely well. Team Rocket and Badass SARs. True. I've opened a fair amount of packs, some of which on this channel. I've had a blast opening this set. It's really, really good. It's fantastic. Really fun set. Thinking about trading in my SV base and Stellar towards an Evo Skies booster box. Your cases, I'm assuming? One case of each? Or just a bunch of loose boxes? I'm curious to see how many you have. Pulled the Ethan's Typhlosion in a gold rare from a box last week. Honestly, better than some Sword and Shield boxes I've opened. Sword and Shield boxes are rough to rip. I've ripped a few Evo Skies boxes. The best I've pulled is the Metacham Altart. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I don't think about it. I don't like to think about it too much. Yeah, Stellar and SV base are a lot newer. Stellar is probably gonna have a reprint at some point, maybe. Evo's literally the best set ever made, in my opinion. So I don't think you can really have enough of Evo's guides at this point, especially if you get it for a decent deal. Any product, I mean any product. Loose packs even, if you can source them from somebody trustworthy. But any DR boxes I get from MSRP, I'm moving in the Sword and Shield and older sets. It's a little overvalued. Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, there's an argument that it's not overvalued, which sounds crazy. There is an argument, though. What we know is that set value will come down, especially as we have more product hit the market. I have to imagine, unfortunately, I just don't see this box crashing. down to MSRP. I just think there might be too much demand for this set. And it's really unfortunate. But everybody wants this box, and I just think it's getting eaten up at this price, and it just feels like we don't get that many waves of actual booster boxes for these sets right now compared to the demand in the hobby. So I'm a little worried. As somebody who wants to have an opportunity to buy at MSRP, if I catch a drop or something, it's going to be hard. And it could be a situation where I miss it. But again, we have a few years of this set. We do. Everything looks better after 3 years. That dude has no idea what he's talking about. I can't remember what you were referring to, Modern. Hey, bro, I wasn't around for the post-COVID crash. Don't think anyone denies ultra-modern SV due to crash. But high quality out of print like CCTB doesn't necessarily crash too. I mean, the hobby won't crash. Just the way that supply and demand is set up. It's not like it can't really crash. It's not like easy to liquidate either. So people are more inclined to hold it or rip it. And as every month passes after a set is released, like all of these things, like there might be a dip or a slight downturn or people start dumping some boxes, but there will always be another investor looking to buy those, I think. Even in the COVID crash, like, yeah, boxes went pretty low, but here we are, right? In the grand scheme of things, it's a pretty short amount of time, too. Pokemon hobbies, investing in the hobbies is a pretty young thing, we have to remember. Very young. Silver Tempest is the best pickup right now, no question. The best? Is it the best? Better than 151? Maybe. Maybe. It's not a bad price for the box. It's not a bad price. If I got this at a decent price local, I'd certainly pick up another one. For sure. For show, for show. Let's see. Where was I? I mean, that Lugia is going to be, it's going to be an all-timer. Prismatic PC ETBs were the last ones they had up with a limit of 4. Yep. Yep, it wasn't up very long. I remember I had the opportunity to buy. I bought 1 box because I was scared. Back on the very first drop, I was able to snag 3 cases of 4 PC ETBs prismatic. Yeah. Yep. You have 4 cases. That's insane. You basically control the entire market. That's unbelievable. Congratulations, James, from the Alamo City. Shout out. Chuck, do you want to chat before your Team Rocket Joey pod? I don't remember what we talked about, Ditto. I remember last stream we were talking about something, but I don't remember what we were talking about. I'm pretty sure I'm going on his pod. We haven't talked this week, but it's pretty chill, you know? Or I call it a podcast, but it's really just like a chill market situation, you know what I'm saying? When did you start collecting cards? Ooh. You know, I've always opened packs. Collection gone with time. But I really got back into the hobby 2020. 2020 is when I got back in. And I'll never forget the greatest booster box ever of all time at the time. If you know, you know. Vivid Voltage. I wanted this set so bad. All I wanted to do every Saturday, I'd go to my dang Target, and I would never get anything. Never, to this day, never found an ETB. I mean, they reprinted the shit out of it, but I never bought any. This was the set, guys. This was the set. Look at these cards. In case you weren't familiar, Chonkachu. This was like top tier. This is it, man. This is the set. Rainbow Arts, full art trainers. Yeah, boy, amazing rares. Every time I look at the booster box, I'm just like, man, it's like it's like it's like when you look at a picture of like an old memory or something, and you're like, man, that was a fun time. Anyway. When did I have about 4 booster boxes of each? Yeah. I need to do better on quality control. Sword and Shield or alt arts in the hits, the quality control is decent. Yeah. Yeah, and I think turning up the printers probably impacted the quality control quite a bit. No doubt about it. It is unfortunate. And I personally am not huge on bad quality control contributing a lot to the value of the set or a card, like the Magikarp and Paldea Evolved. It is what it is, and it's harder to get a PSA 10. But like fundamentally, I just think because they are bad at making the card look nice and now holds a premium, I've never been a huge fan of that, personally. I would much rather quality control be better. It'd be better for everybody, probably. Except for graders, I suppose. Maybe if they do mass print, I can see it going to MSRP. We'll see. We'll see. Demand doesn't seem to be slowing down that much. It is a little bit, but we have some good stuff coming out. Good stuff to be excited for. Makes me laugh why in the UK it's hard to get sealed products, but in the US you get all the drops. Who's getting all the drops? Who's getting all of them? I get a couple things here and there, but damn, bro. If you're not botting, it's pretty rough out there. You know what I'm saying? I have a local seller doing 2 Paradox Rift booster boxes for $350. Is that better play than trying to get Destined Rivals for 200? Bro, what world do you live in? Where do you live? Where do you live? Yeah, I think 350s for Paradox is kind of a no-brainer. Seems like a really safe play. Is it better than Destined Rivals? Yeah, I think so. But if I had an opportunity to buy Destined Rivals 200, I'm in, bro. 50 people in the chat and only 4 likes. Hit that like button, folks. I didn't say it. Pokemarket Labs said it, guys. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. But if you do, I would greatly appreciate it. For real. Always very thankful for that. As somebody who's a lifelong lurker, non-subber, non-liker, to go out of your way to like something or subscribe is a big deal. So shout out to anybody who does that. I really appreciate it. Chuck, what do you think about investing in XY boxes? If you can find them at a good price, whatever that means, you're gonna set yourself up quite well. Having them, they're so hard to find. Like, it'd be hard for me to just, if I wanted to go out and buy boxes, I feel like it would just be hard. People are kind of at the point where they're setting their own prices. But we have a lot of mega sets coming out. I think there's a lot of opportunity to hoard them if you have the capital. But at the same time, I don't I don't have capital to just buy a shit ton of XY boxes. It's not. Oh, Michael, yes, the distro guy. Yeah. I'll reach out to you. I saw your email. I'm still very skeptical. Very, very skeptical. It seems too good to be true, but you can understand where I'm coming from on that. I just think the amount of people holding a significant amount of Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet is 20 to 1. I don't know if that's true. Are you saying there's way more people holding Scarlet and Violet? People said the same thing about Sword and Shield, and here we are. Here we are. It just, every year goes by. It's how it works. Supply and demand. People get shaken out of the hobby all the time. It's hard to buy boxes and to hold them. It is incredibly, it's actually quite boring to do. And to do it for many years. Right now, everybody thinks This is probably you. This is me too. Everybody thinks that they can just buy everything, go through all phases of life. But if you have aged, meaning you're 30-ish or older and you've been around for a while, you know that 10 years before that, you were like 3 or 4 different iterations of yourself in a lot of ways. And as you age and live, things come up. Things come up. My basement is like being flooded right now. Your priorities change. My basement is fine, but there is like some water leaking. It's pretty fucking annoying. But like your priorities change in life, right? And it's actually quite difficult for many people to hold those boxes. Because a lot of people who hold product, you know, they might not be able to afford to. And that's the sad truth about a hobby that's ultimately built on gambling and speculation. So just be very careful when you buy product. But I don't know what that rant was. I think I'm not worried about how much product is out there for Scarlet and Violet because it's getting eaten up and ripped like crazy. Rip and shippers are love them or hate them, rip and shippers. But if you're an investor, there is no denying that rip and shipping has been a massive, has had a massive impact on prices going up. The sad reality. I've gotten into a lot of PRIS, ETBs, SBCs, MSRP. Should I trade those into other sets to diversify? If so, which product? The thing about prismatic ETBs, we all know this. We can expect a lot of product over the next couple of years. But the thing about the ETBs and the SBCs is that those are products that historically Pokemon for other sets have not been able to meet demand with. 151, Paldean Fates. Now, they started in a time where maybe the market conditions favored them not printing them as much. And then by the time the demand went crazy, it was too late. We don't really know how that's going to shake out, but I think we can see a lot of prismatic ETBs hitting the market, and we're definitely going to see more SBCs. So, Mark, it depends on your goals. Long term, you're going to do very well for yourself. But I do think there are probably better things to buy right now. For instance, Sword and Shield booster boxes I would rather have. Or maybe Crown Zenith. It's easy to look at Vivid Voltage and say the set is bad, but everybody loved it at the time. Surging, Crash, and Coming. Y'all know I'm the #1 Surging hater, bro. I think Surging is so ass. That doesn't mean I think it's a bad investment. I just don't like the cards that much. The Milotic is a very nice card. The Latias is fine. I think the Pikachu sucks. Can I just say that? Do we agree? Do we disagree? Beyond that, there's not a whole lot in here for me. The Latios. Cerulege. I actually think Gravity Mountain is sick for a gold card. I like this card. I think this is one of the best cards in the set. But, dude, like, it has a solid chase card in Pikachu. I think people were just craving, like, a big flagship Pokemon in a set, and Surging just hit at the right time. I don't think it's that great, though. But that's just my opinion. It's always like this for Modern. People holding newer stuff at higher prices because they are more... Or at higher rates because they are more. But once it gets ripped through, supply always will decrease. Exactly. Started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Even that's getting eaten up now. Dude, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I wouldn't be surprised. Money is just flowing everywhere into TCGs. I'd rather have Silver Tempest than Paldea Evolved at the same price point right now. Still a chance Paldea gets reprinted. Fair. Fair. To me, I mean, if they were the same price, I would also go Silver because it just seems like safer. I guess they are they are the same price. Yeah, 350 and 350. I can't believe Pally Evolved is $350 right now. That seems unbelievable. That seems unbelievable to me. I would also rather have Silver Tempest. It's safer. I'm a little bit biased towards Sword and Shield. But Pally Evolved at this point is just undeniable. It's one of the best sets of the most popular era of all time. It's going to do well, but I do think it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot for my blood, so I'm just going to hold on to my boxes and maybe see what happens. I understand that, but I feel like a lot of paper hands get shaken out because of how fast they appreciate. It's totally normal for people to take profits as prices go up. That's actually a good thing. That means people are still willing to buy and buy the product. It's not a bad thing. Looking forward to ending my day watching your videos every night. Thanks for the hard work, Mark. Thank you, man. That's very kind. You're putting pressure on me to post every day, though. That's kind of fucked up. I appreciate that a lot, man. 5 years is a long-ass time. Is it? Is it? It feels like yesterday to me. COVID. They're a bunch of fake Mickey Mouse years, you know what I'm saying? It's a long time in the investing in Pokemon because it's basically like around when it started. And like a significant amount. Yeah. DR is slightly less than 200 USD here in Australia. Our market always lagged behind US. Don't know why US don't import from Australian market. Well, I think you know why. Only thing that's cheaper here in the US is 151 bundles. Yeah. Just different production supply chains. Yeah. I do wonder if we'll have to see. Probably not in the next 3 years, but the market becoming more global. I saw Pokepon talking about eBay kind of moving towards a full international model, kind of like how they do with clothes and things like that. Yeah, I think we could see that at some point in the future because it's a lot more profitable for them to open up that to everybody. All right. Guys, we have 50 viewers. That's insane. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody watching. For sure. That's crazy to me. Destined Rival. Oh, I already read that. How much longer do you think we'll keep printing 151? I mean, realistically, probably another couple of years, I imagine. In volume, that's a different question. I expect to see some volume this year, but demand is so high, we're just going to eat right through the phase of high volume. I mean, we got a bunch of ETBs for Sword and Shield back in December, and we're still getting products here and there. Pokemon Center released the 2-pack Fusion Strike recently. Silver Tempest, Build and Battles. So, for one of the most popular sets and one of the most popular eras, Gen 1, expect to see product trickle for minimum of 2 years, maybe upwards of up to 4 years post-release. I would not be shocked. Is that going to affect the market price? Probably not, because people are going to buy the shit out of it no matter what at this rate. It's wild. In the same breath, rip and ships have exploded the market to a level we couldn't have seen coming. Yeah. And there's a lot of negative that has come with that. Yeah. There's way more incentive to scalp. Rip and shippers technically add value to the product, but not in a way that is positive to the hobby. And it just gives people, in my opinion, more access, easier access to gambling. And I think it's a little bit predatory. So personally, I don't agree with it. Also, it's just fucking dumb. to like pay that much money for a pack that you're not even opening. Like, what is the point at that point? That's my personal opinion. A lot of people disagree, but you can't deny that it's helping the investor market. It's just a fact. So supply and demand. Ugly Pikachu, agreed. I was wanting to ask, I plan to hold a bunch of prismatic PCTBs as I got them all at MSRP. Considering it'll get, sorry, I'm just making sure. Yeah. Considering it'll get printed way more than Evolving Skies, how long do you think it takes to rise? Let me reread this. I think like you don't need to compare it to being printed to Evolving Skies. It's a different era. Different market conditions. But if you got them at MSRP, long term, you'll be all right. Just be responsible buying prismatic right now because you're going to have a lot of chances to buy it as far as we can tell. So long term, prismatic is a winner. Twerkachu, yep. XY with Megas upcoming. It is interesting. I mean, we all saw the what was it, Celestial Storm? Not Celestial Storm. Storm Emerald. How many times are they gonna remake the same set? Storm Emerald, pretty hype actually. I think I'm really excited for a Rayquaza chase, but dude, I don't like mega cards that much. XY mega cards, they don't do it for me. Except the Evolutions Charizard. That card is sick. But man. I mean, I get that they have different gimmicks and different games to promote and whatnot with Legends EA, but we'll see. I mean, every era's art is better than the last, right? My prediction is that I don't think the arts are going to be that different. I think they're going to be pretty similar to Scarlet and Violet because it was so successful. That's my prediction for sure. Big fan of videos. Also bought into an Evo Skies box and some Crown Zenith ETBs. Hell yeah, dude. Just set on those, you're good. We cannot get Surging Sparks in the UK. Secondary market, you pay over the odds, and there's not much for sale there either. Yeah, it's brutal. For sure. What's good, Chuck? What up, Ice? What's going on, brother? How are we doing? Harrison's 35 subs. I remember Robert. You're killing it. Pretty cool to catch a YouTuber on the come up. Dude, it's still fucking crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. Sky's the limit, and also with Poké investing in general. Keep it up, my friend. Dude, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here for that long. That's insane. That is insane. For sure, my friend. Sorry, y'all. Alrighty. What are we? I want to know what y'all are looking to buy right now. What are y'all looking at? I believe there are investment opportunities in the market, but I'm curious to hear what y'all think. What is your plan for this summer, rest of the year? What are you targeting? Top Sun and Moon boxes? Yeah, Cosmic, Eclipse, and Team Up are out of reach. Generational sets, aren't they? I remember chasing Cosmic Eclipse packs, and they were like $8 a pack, and being pretty happy getting like a collection box with one in it. Dude, this box, wait, or did it have a, oh my god, I opened three of these boxes back in 2020. Look how good this set is, or this collection box is. The promos are unbelievable. Espeon Deoxys. I had no idea how good I had it with these. If only I held on to him. If only. So good. Evolutions was my main chase, though. That's why I bought it. Yeah, it's crazy. Sun and Moon have been crazy. Yeah. Sun and Moon base for 550. I mean, I think there's better buying opportunities than that set. I mean, the set itself sucks. And it's $550. It's why would that increase in price other than scarcity? I think there are better plays in the market. Sets that people actually want. I mean, I feel like all the focus is on ultra super modern and biggest moves are happening in S and Moon and X and Y. Yeah. Very true. But most people can't afford Sun and Moon and X and Y. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Evo Skies is 5K in under 5 years. I'm pretty confident that'll be true. What up, Justin? It's good, bro. Do you see them reprinting Shrouded Fable, or do you think it is a set they will most likely skip over? We're definitely getting more Shrouded Fable. We're definitely getting... Dude, just... Guys, wait until the holiday season. There's going to be a shit ton of product. Shrouded Fable is very young. Very young. How high do you think the Birds promo will go? Are you talking about the Hidden Fates promo? Not as high as the sealed ETB, but what is it right now? I mean, look. I can't really say when it comes to cards themselves, but I mean, there's only going to be more of them in the future. You know what I mean? It's a great promo, though, for sure. How do you personally handle the amount of money you put into poke investing versus other more traditional and stable options? Not looking for financial advice, just curious. Yeah, Mark, I think I might be in I might be in the minority in that the vast majority of my money is in the is in stocks, 401k, ETFs. Very boring, historically safe, easy to liquidate. I have money in Bitcoin. I have money in Pokemon, but Pokemon non-traditional assets are a smaller part of my portfolio. Call me a boomer. I guess I'm an old fucker, but yeah, I'm trying to build wealth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I guess the argument is that Bitcoin's the best asset of all time, but again, everything's very risky. It's up to your personal goals, your personal outlook on markets and what you believe in. And I just don't want all of my net worth being in Pokemon cards. I would feel somewhat uneasy doing that. So I max my 401k, I get my match, all of that stuff. For sure. Think you're sleeping on Obsidian? Dude, I probably am. I am a hater. It's the Charizard set. I get it. And it's pretty old. You know, it might avoid some prints. But dude, like, the packs are in fucking every product of all time. But yeah, I mean, one of the best PC ETBs of the era. There's no doubt that Charmander promo is great. Really nice ETB. It has Charizard, but everything else I don't really care about. Super easy pull rates. Like, I don't think people are going to be itching to open the set for real in the future. Now, it has appreciated quite a bit, but I don't know. I would rather have Paradox Rift at $200. You know what I mean? I think there's better cards overall. Now, it's not the Charizard set. I get it. There's kind of an X factor there, but set value to me is pretty important. Chase cards are important. Now, admittedly, Paradox Rift, it doesn't have like a Greninja in it, but I just think it's a lot stronger, and for a cheaper price, it's hard for me to have an argument to buy Obsidian Flames over something like this. Targeting black and white booster bundles. Maybe some sealed display cases since they will not have booster boxes. Yeah, display cases will do well, always. There's always a premium. If you can get 10 like on Walmart last week, we'll see if those are displays. They probably will be, but yeah. I'm looking to buy Pokemon Center Sword and Shield ETBs. Dude, they're pretty cheap, aren't they? They're like, what, $100 for most of them? Less? Oh, Pokemon Center, PCTBs. Sorry. Yeah, bro, no promo, but you know, it's crazy how long these were available for on on PokemonCenter.com. I swear to God, they were available forever. But yeah, I think first of all they look really cool, and they're really cool to display, and I think they're pretty solid buys actually. I think they're pretty solid buys. I agree. I love Sword and Shield, but yeah, I think these are pretty cool, pretty good, pretty solid. Sword and Shield exclusive, right? All the things. Just bought 2 Evo Skies ETBs for $280 each, even at market at $300. I personally think they're undervalued. Are they undervalued? I know people have been saying that, but let's look into it. By the way, good purchase, in my opinion, but you already know what I'm going to say. 280 is a fine price. For sure. Yeah. 330. You're doing well, my friend. Doing very well. 8 packs, you know, 8 packs. What does that bring the average to? 330 divided by 8, right? We know they have a premium. The boxes look nice. 41 a pack. Yeah, I mean that's about right. Booster boxes are closer to 50, 55. Sleeved or maybe a little bit more expensive per pack, but as far as sealed products go, buying them in quantity, it's a pretty good deal. So at 280, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer. I want to buy Crown Zenith because I love the art and wasn't collecting that set when it came out. Dude, Crown Zenith is like one of the best sets ever made. And we all knew it too when it was out, but it was just available everywhere. So we didn't really know what was going to happen, but the set's only 2.5 years old. That's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. It's not even that old. But yeah, these cards are incredible. The 4 gold cards are just some of the best. I mean, this is potentially my favorite set of all time. I mean, I can't get enough. And I just think it's going to perform so well over the next few years. We all know that, though. Gonna try and complete the Evolutions VMAX collection boxes. I never got them. I think they can run up. Yeah. Hell yeah. Chuck, big love from Australia. King, been thinking of getting rid of all ancillary products. Okay, binder collections, all that stuff. Purely focusing on booster boxes for main sets. ETBs for specials. Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, booster boxes are king for modern investing, right? But they haven't necessarily been the best performing over the last year. PC ETBs and ETBs have actually outperformed booster boxes by a pretty good margin. But there's a lot of factors that go into that. ETBs were really undervalued. They were like $30, so that's partially that goes into the pricing. PCTB is kind of a similar story. Nobody really wanted the early SV era ones. And by the way, this is just Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. But most products actually perform quite well. But consolidating to a higher per pack per product is generally better and easier to store. And that's a big thing people need to realize. I have like 3 Legendary Warrior collection boxes and I fucking hate it. Even though I love Sword and Shield, they take up like an entire bin. It's like so annoying. Like I can't not buy them when I have the opportunity, but like it's kind of annoying. And at some point I'll probably just break them down, but then you have loose packs. So it is what it is. Love the content you've been pumping. Do you think Magikarp PSA 9 will grow over time, or we're selling now for something else like sealed? I mean, you know what I'm going to say. You guys know what I'm going to say. It certainly could go up. Don't get me wrong. Cards go up all the time, especially good cards. And this is a good card. But 9 is what? The same price as raw, pretty much? Yeah. I'd rather have sealed. Always. I know sealed is going to go up. This card will drop at some point in the future. I can assure you that. It might go up, but it'll probably come down. There will be more of them in the future. It's just that's how it goes. But it's a great card. Chuck, I think you're sleeping on Obsidian, Flame, Shining Fates, and Champion's Path. People are going to want the Zard PSA 10 slabs in the future vintage market. Money always goes to the Zard. Zard is the king, my friend. That is true. People really wanted those Shining Fates and Champion's Path Charizards too back in the day. Especially in PSA 10s. Pretty hard to get, and pretty hard to get in a 10. I mean, they're nice, like the Shining and the Rainbow. But the thing is, like, the alt arts are so much better, in my opinion. Like, the Brilliant Stars Charizard, I think, is better than those. I think it's better. So, it's kind of the thing about the hobby is that every time a new era comes out, we don't really know how that's going to affect cards of the past. When Vivid Voltage came out, I don't think anybody expected the Chonkachu to, like, kind of be shit. You know what I mean? So time will tell. Obsidian Flames Charizard's pretty good, but I think the Paldean Fates Charizard's better than all of those. But again, that's my own opinion. And I think it's in a better set. But I think this Charizard's better too. Promo birds are up 100% a month. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, Hidden Fates is going up, so that makes sense. But again, like, you know, cards are pretty volatile. So I'd rather have the ETB personally. Paradox Rift over Obsidian is crazy. I know, bro. There's no Pokemon Paradox more popular than Zard. I'm not saying that there's no Pokemon more popular, but there are a higher level. There are more, like, pound for pound, it's like a better set. You know what I mean? And I understand money goes towards Charizards. It's like, it's the most popular Pokemon, basically. I just think because of the pull rates and everything else, like, and also it's not like the best Zard ever anyway. Like, it's not that cool. There are better Charizards. Every Charizard you just named is better. Shining Fates, Champion's Path, Brilliant Stars. The Mega is probably going to be way better. But, you know, that's my own opinion, I guess. But yeah, when they age, I mean, people will look back and be like, yep, that's a Charizard box. So there is an X factor there. Same thing with Gengar. Gengar boxes, the Psychic boxes. You know what I mean? For sure. We'll see. We'll see. I think a lot of SV is whack. That's fair. Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. I like Sun and Moon too. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Dude. Unified Minds, that Tyranitar and Sableye. I need this card, bro. Raichu. Hello and Raichu. There's something about these cards. They're just more like the tag teams are cool. I don't know. It's like, it's fun, man. It's cool. There's a lot to, like, play around with here if you're the Pokemon Company. I mean, but Sword and Shield for me is better than Scarlet and Violet. I agree. Although special sets in Scarlet and Violet are really good. Really good. I think Paldea Evolve sucks. Super Mega Shiller's Wet Dream. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty shilled. I think it's a good set, but it is pretty wild. Yeah, Sea Eyes. Thanks for dropping by, bro. I appreciate you. Later, man. Have a good night. It has a lot going for it. You know what I mean? ETBs, PCTBs. You got the starters. The most sold game of all time for Pokemon. Really good promo in the Pikachu. Raichu, Tyranitar. Now, they're not the greatest cards in the world, but they're pretty good. And they are holding quite a bit of value 2 years, now that 2 years have passed. And the Magikarp, say whatever you want, people want this card. Say whatever you want, people want this card. It being hard to grade, I don't like that quality control can increase the value of things often, fundamentally, but it is good for like investing in the sealed products. So those are things that you have to factor in. If it were up to me, I'd rather just have like better arts, but grading is like good for investing in the hobby. That's kind of the thing. Crown Zenith Bird 10's 100%. Yeah, bro. For sure. For sure. What are your thoughts on 151 and how long of a length should I hold? Dude, hold 151 forever. Buy 151 and hold it. Buy it and hold it. This set is amazing. It's really, really good. Gen 1. People are always going to want to open it. Right? There's a card here for everybody. My personal favorite, Alakazam. The Zapdos. I've pulled basically everything except the Zard. Now, I don't like the Zard that much, but it is a Charizard, and it's a decent Charizard. It's appealing to people, especially new collectors. But buy it. Especially at MSRP, it's super easy. Super easy. Super easy buy. Lukewarm take. Sorry, Creighton. Agree with everything you said. Keep being a voice that shines in the hobby. You speak the truth. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Not everything I say is perfect, that's for sure, but I like to just have as many data points as possible and try to make the best decisions I can. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you being here. Thank you for saying that. Lukewarm take. Prismatic ETBs are a good buy around 100. Long term, I agree. I agree. But I don't want to buy any at that price right now because I already have enough, and I also feel like I'll be able to get more in the future at MSRP. So long term, yeah. But with that being said, it'd be hard for that box to go to $200 right now. We'll see. It could happen. For sure. We need boxes with some color. Dude, I agree. Last nice looking booster box was Fusion. Yeah. Bro, look at this box. I have one right here. Dude, this shit is sick. I got clowned on for saying that Chilling was like a good box and that factored into investing in it. But yet people say the same thing about Fusion. It has Mew and it's pink. Bro. Yeah, I so agree. The Sword and the Scarlet and Violet booster boxes look like shit, bro. I hate them. They're so boring. They're so boring and lame. Bro, the Dragon Magic, or not the, what was that one set? Was it Dragons Exalted? Look at this box. Like, bro, this is so sick. Look how cool that looks. Look at all the colors. Rayquaza, Giratina. It's so nice. I think. Pokemon's on the sides, you know, this box is fucked. Dude, they're so much cooler. So much cooler. It's really sad. And then you have this. What's a lame box? All of them, right? And then you have this. White. white. What happened, man? Can we go back? Even, like, look at this. I mean, the actual box, yeah. It's so boring. They used to be so much cooler. I want more color. I completely agree. That's like low-key a bigger factor for me than I want to admit. Not actually. A good deal's a good deal. A good set's a good set, but like, come on, man. I get that it's cheaper for them to do it, but it just sucks. What do you consider a good price for two 151 sealed PC ETB cases and one 25 bundle sealed case? Ooh. Let's see. 151 sealed PC ETB case. What do they go for? Ooh. Damn. Damn. Hey, they're selling. It's weird. Once you get to these price points for products like this that like don't exist and will never exist, it's like you kind of just can set whatever price you want. So up until recently, they were about 1900 and now they're going for 28. 2800. Ugh. That feels expensive to me. But I would pay 90%. Probably confidently. Be fine long term. I mean, they're not going to make more of these, so that's what I would say. Can't hit prismatic Costco drops to save my life in Canada lately. Yeah, they get botted. They have like no protection. It's pretty brutal. XY base set box. XY base booster box. Yeah, dude. Dude, it's so cool. The red and blue. It's so rad. Even though it's got that like shitty 3D render computer shit, I don't care. It looks rad. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I mean, at least Journey Together kind of like, they made a step. There's a step in a direction, but then again, this is all white too. Actually, it kind of sucks. Never mind. Thoughts on buying and holding sealed Japanese? I don't buy and hold sealed Japanese. I just think they print to demand, you know. Plus I like English in general. If there's a card that I want that's art, I would consider buying the card just purely for myself, but not for an investment purpose. Pikachu gray felt hat, thoughts? It's a banger. It's a banger. It'll probably do well long term. We were talking about the other one, the Scream one. Yeah, I think those cards will do well long term. Hey man, love the vids. What's up, James? Any tips on how to handle a downturn crash? Maybe a full video based around this idea. Ooh. Ooh. That would be a good video. It's sad because literally the best answer is just like buy booster boxes, put them in a closet, and don't consume content about the hobby. Just forget you own it. Forget you own it. But that's not helpful. So I think the biggest thing to remember is that in downturns, more product is available to purchase. At least this is historically true. It was in Sword and Shield. And guys, I'm telling you right now, when people decide, when there's a lot of product available and people decide that there's a lot of product available, they decide they don't want it. And it becomes a lot harder to buy. It becomes a lot harder to buy. Fusion Strike boxes were $80 for a long time. 80, 90, 100. I'm telling you, if you've never been through a downturn, you almost can't imagine. You're like, right now, you're probably thinking like, yeah, I'll just buy. I'll be the one to buy. But when market sentiment changes, remember me saying this. This is a very psychological, very speculative hobby to be in. So the best thing you can do is stick to a plan. Don't over leverage yourself, and buy good sets for good prices. And by good sets, I mean prismatic, right? Lost Origin, Fusion, Crown Zenith, Evolving Skies, 151. You know what I mean? Good sets at good prices. Minimize your risk. Maximize your potential ROI. Put it in a closet and don't look at it. And relax. And there's a lot of other things I can say about how we all spend our time. You know what I mean? How we all spend our time and thinking about the hobby all the time. Because, you know, we like to because it's fun. It's a fun hobby. There's a lot of people who they have a lot of money and a small portion of that is in the hobby, but they spend the most time thinking about this area. And it's a fun thing to do, and I get it. It's fun. But the more you can remove your emotion, the better, the more likely you are to stick around long term, and I think that's really important. Sticking around long term. It's the same concept in crypto, it's the same concept in stocks. Dude, when crypto was 17K after the FTX crisis, people weren't fucking rushing out to buy in Bitcoin. A lot of people were, but not everybody. Not everybody. It was scary to buy. You thought, how much lower could it go? You know what I mean? So just stick to your plan, dollar cost average, and be smart. But yeah, that was pretty ranty. Ran out of ink. Clearly used it on printing IRs. Yeah. You seriously believe these PCTBs are really going to have that much price gap in the future? Like the promo stamp will hold that much more value? Creighton, I've been saying this, man. I said this earlier in the stream. I don't know if you were here, but like, it's hard for me to imagine a world where it continues to be like the #1 performing product forever. I know they're exclusive and I know they have a stamped promo and I get it and they're more scarce, but like, they're not that special. And they're so much more expensive. And I'm worried about liquidity in the future because the PCTBs are relatively new, right? Started in Chilling Reign. So we don't have a ton of data points to talk about how they perform like over the next decade, like a booster box. You know what I mean? Booster boxes that are old are pretty hard to sell too. Oftentimes, or they're harder to sell because they're more expensive and there's less buyers. And would people rather have a PCTB or a booster box in the future? I feel like the answer to me is a booster box. So personally, I prefer them, but you can't deny that PCTBs are still a good product regardless of what happens. But yeah, I do question all the time how well they're going to do in the future. I don't think they're going to do bad, but I just don't know if they can continue to be like the best product. Like a booster box, which is tried and true. Wasn't Costco adding a queue system, hoping that helps with the bots? I think so. I'm not sure, Kira. I'm not sure. I hope it does too. I hope it does too. I got lucky on mine. I got lucky. I just refreshed before anything happened and it was there and I went right through. I just got lucky. What's better between Chilling Reign and Lost Origin? Also thoughts on new mega set and impact on older mega sets? I'm the #1 shiller for Chilling Reign. Y'all know this. I love Chilling Reign, dude. I think these 2 chase cards are really good. Not everybody feels this way. I love the Zapdos. I love the Slow King and the Tornadus, but Calyrex ain't for everybody. I get it. I get it. Lost Origin has the best chase card. The better chase card. The Shenji Giratina and the Aerodactyl, which I personally love. That's really about it in the set. I mean, yeah, it's got a couple Pikachus and a couple things here and there, but it's really about the Giratina. And people like chase cards. They like the chase of a big card. Fusion Strike, Evolving, Lost Origin. Chilling just doesn't have as powerful of a chase card. It has a very deep amount of alt arts, but none of them command a premium like Giratina. So with that being said, I actually think Lost Origin might be slightly undervalued. I think both are pretty undervalued for what they are, considering Fusion is where it's at, but I think Lost Origin's probably better. Probably better. Thoughts on the new mega set and impact on older? Well, a lot of the older megas are, they've already jumped. I think the train has left the station on a lot of them. But the Rayquaza is probably going to get bought up too. With the new Storm Emerald. Will JT enhanced booster boxes be reprinted? Well, that's the question. I don't have the answer to it, Zhang. I'm certain we'll see more Journey Together booster boxes in the future. Whether or not they'll have a topper. It sounds like they're going to have a topper. That's what people with distro access say. The non-topper boxes are really in other markets, Australia, UK. So the expectation is that the US boxes will be enhanced with a topper. So we'll see. We'll see. Did they add a queue system? They were testing it last night. That's what Pokenotify said. Yeah, they must have. I think they did. And I think they did for, what was it? The 2-pack and Blooming Waters too, right? Won't specialty set PCTBs be more profitable since there's no booster box? Yeah, I mean, they're the most profitable product and for a specialty set, PCTBs. It's the highest premium product for sure. Most packs too, outside of the premium collections and whatnot. But yeah, it's the primo product, no doubt about it, my friend. Oh man. Oh no. Exit out of my tab. I want to ask y'all some questions. I want to know what's up. Where are y'all from? What are y'all looking to buy right now still? I know I've asked that, but I'm curious. I want to know more about you guys. I know you're just usernames behind the screen, but I'm genuinely curious where y'all are at. Only half of my viewers are in the US. That seems crazy to me. That seems crazy. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Bro, Twilight Masquerade at $290 seems just fucking insane to me, man. Am I right? Something has to be done. This set is barely a year old. I guess people think they're not going to make more of them, aren't they? Because they haven't really for Paradox or Temporal. It's pretty interesting. Oh, wow. Prismatic singles have hit bottom. Oh no, they're gonna keep dropping, bro. Don't worry. They have to. There's so much product being ripped. It's impossible. But that's not a bad thing. It just means it's equalizing a little bit. Dropping 10K and Shrouded Fable to the moon. Bro, good luck. I think there's an argument there, but it's just not a super desirable set, so just be careful. Buying Sword and Shield booster boxes and Crown Zenith ETBs heavy. Yeah, bro. All day. Me too. Me too. I hope they keep dropping this summer. I'm gonna unload into them. Pause. Netherlands, dude, shout out. Jan. Jan? Jan? What's up, bro? Matt, how's it going? Virginia here, brother. Keep up the good content. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm buying Crown Zenith and Prismatic currently. Two great sets. Robert, I'm from the Netherlands, but currently in LA, and I'm looking to buy Destined at good prices. Guys, if you're in LA, help my man out. Help my man out. He moved from the Netherlands to LA to get that juicy US market for Destined, and he's gotten shafted. Help my man Robert. New York, dude. What part of New York? Oh, I guess you don't want to answer that. I just got back from New York. I went a month ago. It was amazing. New York City, I mean. So good. Hey man, Super Light, just want to say you're the only Pokemon tuber I actively go and check if they've uploaded. Dude, broke break. Are you the Lego guy? You're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Are you the guy who was talking about Legos, the Pokemon Lego collab? He's our Lego representative in our community. My king. Tag team seems to be the move. Yeah, tag teams are sick. They're moving up. Canada, I'm slave to the hype. Excited for Black and White coming up in a few weeks. Aren't we all, my friend? Aren't we all? Shout out to Canada. Wherever you are in Canada. Don't make me name more than 3 cities. Or territories or whatever. My approach has just been buying what I can afford at MSRP. Seems safe to me. It's a good plan, Mark. Trickle it in. James, I'm from Vancouver. Shout out. Looking to pick up some UPCs. My shortlist. 151. Charizard celebrations. Nice. Collecting them all. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Definitely think Chilling Reign is an overall better set. So I've been stumped on why Lost is so much more expensive. I'm also a big fan of Chilling. Since I pulled the Shadow Calyrex art. Travis, you're the first person to ever say that sentence. Pulling it and also being a fan of it. That's crazy. I mean, Lost has a better chase card. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Chilling Reign's good though. From New Zealand. Hey, fellow Kiwi. Fellow Kiwi, yeah. Brilliant is free money in my opinion. I agree. LA to Kid, shout out. I agree. Brilliant's good shit. And seems to be a little undervalued right now. And I'd be looking to buy a box if I found one at the right price. Bought Final Fantasy Collector Booster Box. You're a maniac, Eon. I hope you got it for a good price. California, I'm still looking to buy gradable cards. Near Mint Light played raw cards for my binder like Megas, Trainer Galleries, Tag Teams. Gradable plays. A lot of people do it. I haven't gotten into it because I just don't have the time, but I know I have some friends who do that. For sure. Pittsburgh. Hey, go Steelers, my man. I'm looking for XY. Furious Fist. Ancient Origins. Oof. Tag Team. Unbroken Bonds. Yeah. Oof. Those are expensive boxes. This is the thing. It's like it's hard to find them for a good price. Very hard. Ancient Origins is absurd, right? It's like, what, 6K or something? I don't even know. It's around that, right? Yeah. Probably the best set of the era. Is it 3K? That can't be right. It's got to be more than that. Yeah. PCTB. Always. Can't find anything in stores? I know, man. I know. Especially in LA. I can't even imagine the scalpers in LA. Just scum. Just scum. Thoughts on Magic Final Fantasy collector box. I should have bought more for the serialized cards. Delirium. We should have bought more of everything good. You know what I mean? I can't comment on Magic. I can't comment on Magic Final Fantasy. I just don't know enough. But it's popping. It's going crazy, isn't it? Let's take a look. What is it? $1,100? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's fucked. Damn. That's crazy. And they're selling like crazy too. Oy. That'd be fun to open. Looking for Blooming Waters at good prices. Yep. That's a play right now. I think there's gonna be some retail drops soon. Canada, they're still stupid. I know. I know. Not Lego man, but have Lego. I'm the all-in on Paladin Fates guy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Paladin Fates is I think it's, we know it's good. I think it's a little bit slept on. I think it's a little bit slept on. I think it's going to continue to perform a little bit better than people think. These 3 cards are really, really good, man. Really good. I mean, I know products are expensive, but like, it just feels like people aren't thinking about it nearly as much as like Prismatic 151. You know what I mean? Wisconsin, dude, shout out. Shout out the cheeseheads. Distro situation in Europe is horrible. Oh, man. Super expensive. Silver Tempest still valid at 290. Yeah, it's different market, isn't it? It's hard to say. 25th ETB might be a play. Yeah, I think so. What happened with the distro guy from the other night? Dude, I think he's here. I think he's still here. I didn't really follow up with him. I kind of just got busy with the rest of the week. Yeah, I don't know. I just, it was kind of interesting. For those that don't know, there's a guy who's like, yo, I want to like hook you up with a bunch of fucking booster boxes. And he gave me all this like story about how he somehow acquired this card shop, but it's not a card shop. It was like a playhouse essentially where people just play tournaments and stuff. And because the market was down, he had a good relationship with Southern Distro. And he bought a lot and was able to keep that relationship with them. And so he kept talking the other night in chat, just talking about how he wanted to like hook me up because he wanted to support the channel and, you know, just reach out and give me stuff. And I was just like, that's really wild to just do that. And all my alarms were going off, but it all kind of checked out at the same time. But the weird thing is let me find it. I kind of looked up his like number that he had. And maybe this is just one of those robo Google phone things or something. But every time I searched the number, it was like a scam number. This is his number. Well, don't call this number. But it was like really weird. And there's like weird police documents about it. It's very odd. So if you're still here, Michael, I guess I'm interested, but I'm incredibly wary. His subject line was Pokey Plug. And he wanted to send me products my way at $100 box and $30 ETB costs. What do we think? I don't know. It just feels, I feel like I need to, I don't want to like send my address. I feel like I need a PO box and then have him send me a box and then I'll pay him if it actually arrives and it's real. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be the only way I'd like consider it. I don't know. It's pretty wild. Anyway, that's what happened. I just kind of left it at that. Do you think prismatic PCTBs will actually stay stagnant because we've gotten to a point where everybody knows to hold them? Nah, dude. They're going to go up. It's too good of a product, too good of a set. Now, will they be somewhat stagnant for some period of time? Maybe. For sure. Not for sure, but maybe. It's certainly a possibility. Especially at the prices they are at now, which they've basically been stagnant for over a month, right? They've been sitting around here dropping a little bit. I imagine at some point there's going to be a move on these as the months go by, because I think on Pokemon Center it says there will be more later in the year, but time will tell if they actually release them, and if they don't, see ya. See ya. I have an XY Roaring Skies box. I bought it for $480 3 years ago. Now it's $3,500. Can't believe it, Matt. That's crazy. Congrats. Oof, $480 Roaring Skies box. 3 years ago, guys. 2022. Crazy time. I almost bought 2 Unified Minds boxes for like $700, and I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Crazy. Chuck, all aboard the Chocobo train. Okay, Aaron, you're gonna have to enlighten me a little bit. I understand. Is it the serialized Chocobo? Final Fantasy Chocobo. Let's look into this. I need to learn. To be honest, I haven't really looked into like the card stuff for the set. But isn't there like what, 60 or something? I'm not sure. Like 60 and they're serialized, or I don't know. I'm muscle memorying my way to the Pokemon. Let me go to Magic. Price guide. Is it on here? Should be, right? Commander. Commander is like a play style, right? I know so little about Magic. I did dabble in the game recently, but will it show up here? Ah, there they were. Traveling Chocobo. Here we go. Borderless, Japanese exclusive. $4,000. Can you pull this, or is it like a tournament thing? There's the blue one. Oh, they're all different colors. Okay. Pink. Yellow. Wow. To be honest, I'm not super familiar with Final Fantasy. I played Cloud and Smash. That's about it. Shout out to my my Cloud players, scumbags. This is crazy though. Crazy stuff. PO Box the way to go. Yeah. Pay once you receive it. Yeah. Besties, I have 36 loose Crown Zenith packs. Should I try to sell them and use that money to get ETBs or something sealed, or just continue to hold? I guess it depends. If you got them a pretty low price, you're probably better off just holding on to them at this point. I subscribed when you were at 300. Ali, you keep spilling the tea on Paldean Face, which I've been thinking for months. Stop telling the good secrets. You know what's crazy? It's not even a secret. Yet, people don't make moves on Paldean Fates. Everybody knows it's good, but nobody wants to buy it. And here we are. Here we are. Crazy stuff. It just continues to be one of the best sets. The special sets are really unbelievable. The second best performing set of the last year, behind Fusion. The best Scarlet and Violet set across all product performance is Paldean Fates. In the last 365 days, from like June 4th and before, is when I recorded that video. Isn't that crazy? More than 151, Crown Zenith, Evolving Skies, and then Obsidian. Crazy. We'll see if it performs that to that level again, because it was really undervalued. But yeah, pretty wild, huh? Pretty wild. Ern, I need to get back to you, by the way. I haven't forgotten. Prismatic PCTB to the moon in 2 years, 100%. Yep, 151 is a move right now. I agree. I agree. Can we all get scalpers to move to Do I want to say this? Is this a thing where like it's a slur if I say it? Or is this just a card? I gotta be careful, guys. I know you're not doing anything. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Hype them up and pretend nobody likes Pokemon anymore. Hopeless. Loose packs are a gamble unless they are in paper sleeve. I won't touch them. Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's the worst product to hold. Sometimes it is what it is. You could pull it from English Collector Box. I'm sure you could get rid of them. Yeah, the loose packs. Post Malone paid 2 million 101 for Lord of the Rings Magic card. Yeah, the One Ring. The One Ring. 1 of 1. That's pretty cool, though. I think didn't it grade an 8? It's kind of lame. I guess you only grade it to verify it. That's kind of sucks it's not a 10. That really bothers me. Can't find any good deals in Paladin Fates. Nobody can, my friend. What happens when Crown Zenith packs aren't findable? Do you think it will begin to outprice Evolving? I mean, they're kind of already not findable at this point. Outprice Evolving? I don't know what that means exactly. I guess you probably mean, will it outperform Evolving? Maybe. I mean, they'll both be in the conversation. We'll see. I mean, I think saying is one set going to perform another when they're both really fucking good is kind of just like, we don't really know. I think both sets will be opened a lot in the future. Hot take, I think Paladin Fates will outperform 151. It already did the past year. I think 151 has an advantage with its age. It's a bit older. And it's Gen 1. And it has more chase cards in it. So at retail, it's hard to say. I found over 20 Mimikyu. Been busy in January when it was 40. Nice. There's a lot of value in some of these promos that are out there. The Prismatic promo, dirt cheap. Paladin Fates promos, dirt cheap. Lucarios were cheap. I want to make a video on like where to look. Looking where people aren't looking. Zigging while we're zagging. I think that'd be a fun video to talk about do some speculation on some. I don't want to do cards, but like I feel like cards fit the mold pretty well. Or like some products that people aren't looking at all. Happened to pull a Bubble Mew in the first pack yesterday. Damn. First chase card. Dude, congrats. That's crazy. It's a doll. Oh. LOL. Grab 2 non-PC Crown Zenith ETBs for 140. Nah, dude, that's a good deal. That's an easy deal. How are we doing? I might hop off soon, yo. I got a long day tomorrow. I got a long day. It's late. I'm Eastern time. It's 10:13 here. I'm an old man. I gotta sleep. How many more years until newer gen fans will have an effect on the market with newer sets with new gen Pokemon? Dude, I don't know. I don't know about that, Kira. I think in Japan, the Pokemon Company has struggled greatly appealing to children. Most of their market is in teenagers and adults, and they've really had to expand overseas to capture a larger audience. And I don't think Pokemon recently has been nearly as impactful on children compared to how it was back in the day. I think it was just a more magical time for things. Pokemon, Harry Potter, like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, like these big, like everything was just different. I think a lot of the market share will continue to be on people who have disposable income. And they see it as an investment, and it's nostalgia driven. Bug. I don't know. I think, yeah, kids will have an impact, but look at 151. That's not a set that was made for children. That was a set that was made for 30-plus-year-olds. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see. Far as future, we won't be able to drop a 1K on loose packs. Yeah. But there will be rip and shippers dropping money on loose packs. They don't care. Labubu is a stuffed animal that people are going nuts for. Really? Am I a boomer? Labubu doll. The monsters. Interesting. I think I'm old. I think I'm old. We all want things at MSRP, but do you think 175 per ETB is too much for Paladin Fates? I kind of think it is. My guy is telling me Pokemon won't restock them. I'm not buying regular Paladin ETBs for that much. I'm just not doing it. No way. I just physically can't. Not when it's this young. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. I've seen some folks on Twitter talking about Sun and Moon tins and stuff like that. I'll have to look. I need to do a little Sun and Moon XY digging. Sword and Shield booster bundles could be a sleeper. I don't know how many are holding those. Yeah. Silver and Lost. Yeah, I mean, they've performed well. Booster bundle. Here they are. 58 as of June 3rd and 75 over 200% combined ROI. Not as good as some other products, but definitely like pretty good. Maybe not a sleeper. Maybe not a sleeper. But a solid product. Stadiums are so interesting. I love they consist of 3-step items. Value so good. Yeah, they are interesting. I agree. It is odd. They're an odd product. Do you think TAD teams sets will follow Ancient Origins and Phantom Forces prices? I mean, those are two of the better sets, so I mean, all of them have appreciated quite a bit, if that is what you're asking. It's hard to impact kids nowadays when they're glued to iPhones. Yeah, and screens. Yes. Dude, people, it's not the same as it used to be. It's just not. The world is different. There's so many things vying for your attention now. There's not any, like, magic and shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like, where are the kids waiting in line for a Harry Potter book release? I'm old. It's different. They're playing Fortnite, bro. Or Roblox. Not to say Pokemon isn't popular among kids, but you ain't got a Game Boy SP running around on a 10-hour road trip. That's like a core memory. And it's just not the same. It's just not. And I think the Pokemon company knows this. I think they know this. And I think that's why it's gonna keep shifting towards adults. I really believe that. I think that's a big problem for Pokemon. The biggest thing that'll hurt Pokemon in the long run is if their IP starts dropping, obviously. If their brand becomes less popular. But everybody assumes that Pokemon will always be the most popular IP forever. And that might be true, but imagine a world where it's not. Your cards won't be that much, you won't feel as confident. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but they've made the right moves so far on capitalizing, finding market share, creating capital, all the things. Anyway, that's what happens when you become an adult. Things become less magical, my friend. That's the way it goes, I think. Pokemon as a kid was unreal. I still remember the feeling of playing Gen 4. Yeah, I was a Gen 3 boy. It was the first game I bought in store. I remember. Walked in store, bought Pokemon Ruby, and then that was it. That was all I cared about. That's why Trico is my guy. Best thing they can do is try to get big influencers on board, I guess. The best thing they can do is make the games good. Make the games good, please. Get rid of Game Freak. It sucks. They need to make the games good again. Sorry. Yeah. Got 3 Lost Origin ETB for $60 online. Only last Xmas time. 2024. Couldn't cart brilliant silver ETBs. None in Target. One guy bought them all. Yeah. Dude, I got a few Lost Origin, Silver Tempest. And that's most of what I've got. What I got. I got them all for like under $20. It was crazy. $17 in ETB. Some for 15. It was wild. That was like 6 months ago. 7 months ago. It's all kids, teenagers follow nowadays. Yeah. I chose speed playing Pokemon, dude. Oh my god. It's the best thing they can do for the for the IP. You think GameStop charging 30% over MSRP is a larger tactic from distro to condition buyers into buying higher floor? I don't think it's them conditioning buyers because buyers will eventually push back. I don't think the Pokemon is testing that with them either. I just think GameStop is like a greedy corporation and they realize that their shit will still sell regardless. Same with distro. As long as demand is high, they can continue to do that. But I don't think people are happy about it. Now we get a remastered Final Fantasy Tactics. That's nostalgia. I've heard it's great. Game Boy Advance, right? If the generations who love it the most continue to share the tradition and hobby with their kids, then there's a chance. Yeah, it's free marketing and advertising, word of mouth. People love the brand. There aren't many brands in the world that people would literally like get tattooed on their body, or raise their kids with. Nintendo, they're really good at that, at creating those brands, and Pokemon is the biggest one. So we'll see. I mean, I'm confident it'll do well in the future, but yeah, it's pretty damn wild. Pretty damn wild. SV was a trash game. Yeah, I was thinking about buying it because I got a Switch 2 and it seems a little bit better, but even then I'm not excited. Best-selling games? I know. They're still the best-selling games, but they suck. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, maybe it shows what I know, right? Yo, Chuck. What up, Miso? What's good, brother? Sad when a small company can make Pal World, and it's literally everything a modern Pokemon game should be. I know. Pal World took over the world, and then they sued them. GameStop. Yeah, I agree, Delirium. It sucks. As a Gen Zer, definitely think the old Magic hype has been lost. I remember playing Sun and Moon to XY games because it became just less interesting. Yeah, I agree. I played XY a bit. I have Sun and Moon. I haven't played it. I picked it up like a year ago for pretty cheap. But I've heard those games. I've heard XY is all right, but I've heard Sun and Moon's pretty not great. I loved Black and White. I loved Black and White 2 as well. That's why I actually am excited for the set, because the games are some of the best. Black and White 2 is like, that's like top tier Pokemon. It's so good. You think big corporations learning from last holiday season, you have any predictions for potential Pokemon that could maybe discounted? They want product on shelves, so they're going to put product on shelves. Whether or not they'll be discounted, we'll see. Last year was a much different market, so we'll see. I'm sure there will be some type of bundles. Gen 1 and 3 were bought almost all by kids. Yeah, new games are bought by kids and adults. Might have something to do with sales. True. Games are more popular now anyway than back then. I should say play, not buy. Yeah. What up, Chuck? Hello, Chuck. Pal World, yeah, the game, the Pokemon ripoff, basically, with like combat, is a big deal when it came out. Do you think 151 could survive a decade of rip and ships? Like everything, it equalizes a bit. I mean, they're not going to be ripped at this rate if they're more expensive. So as they get more expensive, less will be ripped. But 151 is one of the best sets in the last decade. Meaning people are always going to want to rip it because it's fun to rip and there's good chase cards. So survive, I think, is the wrong word. I think it's more just it will continue to get eaten up. And it will be printed for a little while. So, well, guys, I might call it there. But I think this is good. I think this is fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope y'all did too. And 53 people watching. That's crazy. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. This is fun. I like talking shit I like talking about Pokemon with you guys and learning about y'all and all the stuff. You know what I mean? I think it's a good time. And I'd like to do more of these for sure. I'd like to do more of these. I'll try to make it a reoccurring thing. Maybe like every Monday we do a stream. You know what I mean? It's fun. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I think we'll end it there. And what could I say to close out this stream? What could I say? I don't know. Relax. Breathe. The summer will be a little bit sleepier. Think about your long-term plan. All right? Focus on the bigger picture. Now it's important to do that more than ever. Because if things downturn, you'll have a better plan. All right? Just be careful, be responsible. Let's keep seeing what happens. I mean, it's Pokemon, man. Anything's possible, but yeah. I appreciate you all watching. I really do. I really do mean it. It's been a crazy run. A month and a half ago, I had 13 subscribers. Just putting that out there for those who don't even know. It's insane. So it's because of you guys. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being here. I will see you soon. I'm rambling. I'm yapping. I'll see y'all very soon. Very, very soon. Thank you again. Don't be scared, chat. It's okay. Listen to Chuck. Do not buy Paladin Fates. There you go. There you go. Let my man get some sleep. Hey, we're all gonna sleep and sleep well. I need to get a sleep apnea test. All right, that's how I know I need to end this stream. Love y'all. Peace. Goodbye. Wait. Goodbye.